What happens to the waste that residents can't or choose not to recycle in Derby and Derbyshire? Most of it will be taken to the waste treatment centre in Derby. When waste arrives at the centre, it is tipped into a deep pit. The waste is then picked up, and any rubbish bags are ripped open by a machine. Smaller items drop through holes onto a conveyor belt, which takes waste to the first stage in a bio-drying hall. About 40% of the waste is sent to the bio-drying hall. The remaining 60% goes to be sorted. We will look at that process later. In the bio-drying hall, waste is piled on a slotted concrete floor for around 14 days. Air passes through the waste to dry it. Any food or garden waste starts to naturally break down. This creates heat, which also helps the waste to dry. All waste is placed on a conveyor and sorted to remove plastics and metals using sensors and magnets. The separated plastic and metals are sent away to be processed and turned into something new. Not all recyclable items can be picked out at the waste treatment centre. Recycling at home is better for the environment and produces better recycling. After the waste has been sorted, it's ready for the final stage of treatment called gasification. The gasification process has 2 stages. Firstly, waste is put into a chamber where the amount of air is controlled and heated to more than 850 degrees. This creates a synthetic gas, or syngas. The syngas passes into another chamber where it is burned to heat water in 3 large boilers, producing steam. The steam powers the turbine and generates electricity. The gases produced pass through filters to clean them before being released. And the ash is taken away for reuse or disposal. So to recap, waste is delivered. Some is partly dried. It's sorted with metals and plastics being removed for recycling. The waste is used as a fuel to create power which is supplied to the national grid. Enough electricity is produced through this process every year to power about 14,000 homes. The Derby and Derbyshire Waste Treatment Centre reduces waste to landfill, generates electricity, and is the best way to deal with waste that residents can't or choose not to recycle in Derby and Derbyshire.